How is it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my Cotton Bowl recap video. Missouri wins this game 41-31 over Oklahoma State Cowboys. So congratulations, Missouri, big win. This really proves yourselves to the country, really, that you're really a legitimate team. You beat one of the best teams in the Big 12, and I think you deserve it. This is Oklahoma State team that they're a win away. If they win the last game against Oklahoma, and one of either Florida State, if Florida State loses, or if Auburn lost the SEC championship game, and Missouri had lost coming into that, Oklahoma State had a chance to jump Alabama and everybody else to make the national championship. So this is a legitimate team that is really talented. So Missouri, this was no cakewalk, and it was a tough game, and it came down to the fourth quarter, the last drive of the game, really, until they brought back that long interception return for a touchdown, or fumble return for a touchdown, sorry. And it was no cakewalk whatsoever. It was a fun game to watch, a tough game for both teams. Missouri comes up on top, and it was a lot closer than a 10-point game, really. But it was crazy because it's like nobody wanted to score into the fourth quarter, and then the fireworks erupted. Both teams scored a lot in the fourth quarter, and that's where all the action really went down. But before the fourth quarter, it was a struggle for Missouri and James Franklin. James Franklin played not so great. Played pretty bad, actually. And actually, at one point in the second quarter, they had to bring in Matty Mock, and he led them down the field. They scored a touchdown. He had a bunch of big runs on the drive, ended up throwing a touchdown pass, and then he got one more chance, and they went 3 and out. So they stuck with James Franklin the rest of the game, and he wasn't that great. He was actually pretty bad, to tell you the truth. Not played a great game, but Henry Josey took up the slack, ran for 3 touchdowns, and that's what they had to rely on was Henry Josey, and he scored. He scored a good bit, so they did whatever they had to do to win, even though they struggled offensively, I think, especially James Franklin. But it was a combination of guys, really. I mean, Matty Mock contributed, James Franklin contributed a bit too. I mean, Henry Josey, it was a stable of guys that really contributed. It comes down to the last drive, like I said. Looks like Oklahoma State's going to drive down the field, take the lead on a game-winning drive, and then they get a huge interception return, or sorry, fumble return for a touchdown from Shane Ray to give them the 41-31 lead and 55 seconds left, and they won the football game. And yeah, man, it was just a crazy game. I mean, at halftime, this game is 17-7 Missouri's way. Defense played really good in the first half for Missouri, and then it kind of got out of whack in the fourth quarter. But this game in the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter really was 17-17, ends up 41-31. That shows you how much both teams scored in the fourth quarter. But like I said, Henry Josey really took over in that fourth quarter. He was a big reason why they were so successful in the fourth quarter. And like I said, the defense came up with a big fumble return the last drive. They hit Clint Shelf and brought it back, Shane Ray. But yeah, man, they did whatever they had to do to win. A bunch of guys contributed to this win, and it's a really good team win, I would say. Even though their centerpiece, James Franklin, struggled, they found some guys around to do some things. The team played together and got that victory. And 12-2 is a heck of a season, and I would not be surprised to see Missouri finish in the top 5. And that would be a great season for Missouri. And congratulations. Nobody thought you had it in you. A bunch of guys contributed this season. I mean, James Franklin, Matty Mock, they both came in when James Franklin got injured. Matty Mock stepped up, and everybody thought the season was over. And they kept getting doubted week in and week out. A bunch of people doubted them for this game too, but they were doubted each week, and they kept coming out. They had one slip up against Missouri, and against South Carolina, and a slip up in the SEC championship game. But aside from that, they were pretty much doubted every week and picked to lose. But they came out and proved people wrong every week, and proved a bunch of people wrong with this game too. So congrats on a great season. So and a bunch of guys are coming back next season, so don't expect it to get any for Missouri to go downhill next season. So let's go with the stats for this game. Oklahoma State had 26 first downs, Missouri's 29. They were 9 of 22 on third downs. Missouri was 6 of 18. They led Oklahoma State led the total yardage, 548 to 462. Missouri. 377 passing yards for Oklahoma State, 206 from Missouri, 171 rushing yards for Oklahoma State, 256 for Missouri, and both teams had 3 turnovers. And then, the penalties. I forgot to mention them. Oklahoma State had a bad game penalty-wise, 10 penalties for 100 yards, only 442 for Missouri. So they created some opportunities with those penalties and hurt themselves on offense with those. So penalties and turnovers. If you can be consistent and diligent in the penalty margin, the turnover field of the game, you're gonna if you don't hurt yourself, you're gonna have chances to win every single game. And they hurt themselves, and that's a big reason why they actually lost this game. I mean, if they don't give up that last sack and Clint Shell fumbles, they might go down the field and win. That's the difference between a win and a 10-point loss with a turnover. But individual stats, Clint Shelf was 33 of 57, 377 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. James Franklin was 5 of 15 of 40, 174 yards and a pick. His quarterback rating was 26. Not so great, but hey, you win. A win's a win. Rowland had 66 yards and a touchdown on the ground for Oklahoma State. Clint Shelf had 52 for a touchdown on 10 carries. Henry Josie, 12 carries, 92 yards, 3 touchdowns. And that also confused me why they didn't run the ball more with Josie. With how well he's playing, I thought they should have gave him the rock every single drive. But Matty Mock, like I said, had that one big drive where he kept running the football and ended up scoring a touchdown on a pass. He was three carries, 73 yards. James Franklin had 16 for 36. Receiving wise, you had Tevin Moore led Oklahoma State, 7 receptions, 100 yards. Josh Stewart had 8 for 80 and a touchdown. And Dorial Green Beckham led Missouri with 4 receptions for 53 yards. And Marcus Lucas had the 1 receiving touchdown for Missouri. So, yeah, man, I guess that's it, guys. Just a crazy game that came down to the fourth quarter. Seemed like Missouri led the whole game, and then it really came down to the last drive, and they could have laid down and lost the game, but they created a turnover and won by 10 points. So congratulations to Missouri, and also, like I said, congratulations to Oklahoma State. I mean, it's a good program. It's consistent every single year. They're in the race every year, so nothing to hang your hat on. I think they'll be right back in it next year. I mean, you have a young team, a core of people coming back, so Oklahoma State, I think, will be right back in the thick of things next season for the Big 12 title. And who knows, maybe we'll start next season, maybe a college playoff berth. So we'll have to see. But I guess that's it. If you're a fan, thanks for watching. If you're a fan of either of these two teams, let me know what you think this game means for your program moving forward. And let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more bowl game coverage. I know there's only a couple more bowl games left, 3 to be exact. You have the bowl game tomorrow between Vanderbilt and Houston. I'm not actually sure which bowl game that's called. And then you have the GoDaddy Bowl Sunday, Arkansas State versus Ball State. And you have the national championship Monday, and then it's another 8 months or 7 months until college football season starts. But I'm coming at you with recaps of all those games. So be sure to subscribe to not miss any bowl game coverage. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/SRTR. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans to you. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll catch you later. Peace.